Have you ever felt that despite talking a lot, your voice seems to lose its weight? As maturity arrives, we realize authority is not about volume. In an era of constant chatter, the loudest voices often reveal the most profound insecurity. True, influence comes from the intentional and strategic use of silence. When you struggle to be heard, you often push harder, but this desperation only makes you invisible. The noise becomes a barrier rather than a bridge. The paradox of power is simple. Those who speak the most often have the least to say. Authority is felt in the spaces between the spoken words. Today we strip away the illusions of communication to reveal a psychological secret known only to the top 1%. We call it the silence of authority. Listen to the rhythm of power. It is steady, deep, and unhurried. It is the heartbeat of a leader who knows exactly when to remain completely silent. Silence is not a lack of action. It is a calculated move. It is the weapon of choice for those who understand the human mind's deepest patterns. Our brain has an information filter called the reticular activating system, or RAS. It is programmed to ignore repetitive noise and focus only on sudden changes. Think of it as a gatekeeper. It discards the mundane and alerts your consciousness when something truly unique or potentially significant enters your immediate sensory field. In nature, the most dangerous signals are the ones you don't hear. A leopard does not roar while hunting. It becomes the silence of the night itself. In a noisy environment, your silence becomes that sudden change. When you stop talking, the gatekeeper in everyone else's brain suddenly sounds a loud internal alarm. The RAS signals something important is happening. By staying quiet, you bypass the noise and take control of the focus of everyone in the entire room. Silence is not passive. It is a way to command the attention of others without spending a single breath or raising your voice even 1 decibel. By withholding your words, you become a focal point. People stop listening to the chatter and start waiting with bated breath for what you will say next. This is biological manipulation. You are forcing the other person's brain to prioritize you over everything else happening in that specific moment in time. The person who controls the silence controls the flow of information. They become the anchor in the storm, the one everyone looks to for a final decision. You are no longer just another participant in the conversation. You have become the architect of the atmosphere, deciding when the tension rises or falls. Time slows down for the person who is silent. While others rush to fill the air, you are observing, calculating, and preparing your most impactful response. Weakness reacts instantly to every stimulus. It is a low-level survival instinct. But the authority figure understands the deep power of biological, emotional regulation. When someone criticizes you or asks a difficult question, your first instinct is to defend, but the master of silence chooses a different, more powerful path. By delaying your reaction for 3 to 5 seconds, you send a powerful biological signal. You are communicating that you are not controlled by your emotions. History's greatest leaders knew this. They didn't bark orders, they commanded presence. Their stillness made them appear larger than life to their friends and enemies. This composure creates a profound sense of pressure for the other person. They begin to wonder, what are you thinking? What do you know that they don't? When you control your reaction, you control the frame of the interaction. You are no longer reacting to them. They are now reacting to your silence. Every second you remain silent is a second they spend losing their confidence. Silence is the most honest mirror you can hold up to another person. It shows that your internal world is more stable than the external chaos. You are the master of your own ship, regardless of how high the waves. Your thoughts are your own. By not speaking, you keep your cards close to your chest, leaving the other side to guess your next strategic move. Mystery is a form of power. People fear what they cannot understand or predict. Your silence is a door that remains locked to the unworthy. High-value individuals do not feel the need to explain themselves. Their presence alone is an explanation. They stand tall, firm, and incredibly silent, like mountains. Lesser people feel uncomfortable in the quiet. They feel the need to fill the air with meaningless words just to soothe their own rising internal anxiety. You, however, must learn to be comfortable in the void, for it is within that void that your true authority and power are forged and tempered. Behavioral psychology shows that humans have an innate fear of undefined spaces. In a conversation, a long silence creates an invisible, heavy psychological pressure. When you create a silence, you are creating a vacuum. And as the old saying goes, nature abhors a vacuum. It must be filled by something. The other person will feel an overwhelming, almost biological urge to fill that silence. Usually they will fill it by revealing things they shouldn't. They might offer concessions, admit to secrets, or give long, unnecessary explanations. Your silence is a vacuum that sucks the truth out of them effortlessly. Watch them struggle. Watch them try to find the right words to break the tension. Every word they utter in this state gives you more power. They are desperate for your approval, for a nod, or for any sound that tells them the tension is over, but you do not give it. You are not attacking them. You are simply providing a space for them to defeat themselves. This is the art of involuntary submission through absolute quietude. The more they talk, the more they lose their position. They are giving away their leverage piece by piece just to escape the discomfort of your silence. In negotiation, the first person to speak after a long silence usually loses. Silence is a test of will, and the one with more self-control wins. When you master the vacuum, you don't need to ask for information. It will be delivered to you on a silver platter of nervous energy. You are the one setting the pace. You are the one determining the depth of the conversation. You are the one who truly owns the room. This is how wars are won without firing a shot. This is how deals are closed with a single look. This is the psychological high ground. Remember, your power is inversely proportional to your need to speak. The more you can sit in the silence, the more the world will follow. How do you practice this without being rude? It starts by learning to listen like a mentor. Most people listen only to wait for their turn. When someone finishes their sentence, wait for 2 seconds. This small gap shows that you have actually processed their words rather than just waiting to talk. Adopt the slow nod. It communicates wisdom and agreement without needing to say, "I understand." It gives the other person a sense of being heard. In your career, silence makes you look more thoughtful. In relationships, it shows you are a person of depth and great emotional capacity and tolerance. Do not use silence as a weapon to punish others. Use it as a frame to define your own value and your position as a leader. Be the person who says one sentence when others say 10. Make that one sentence so powerful and precise that it stays with them for days. This is how you master the social game. You become the quiet observer who sees everything while others are too busy listening to their own voices. Silence is the jewelry of the wise. It is the ultimate display of self-assurance. Only those who are truly confident can afford to be quiet. When you speak less, your words become rare. And in the economy of human interaction, anything that is rare is automatically more valuable and respected. True wisdom doesn't need to shout. It is a whisper that carries further than a scream. It is the quiet power of a focused mind. Practice being the last person to speak in every meeting. Listen to every perspective, then summarize with the authority of someone who has seen it all. You are the master of your own game. By controlling your silence, you have already won the most important battle, the battle over yourself. The world outside is already far too noisy. The winner is not the one who screams the loudest, but the one who maintains silence longest. Your stillness is a message. It says that you are complete, you are secure, and you are in total command of your own destiny and life. Be that lighthouse. Let the noise of the world crash against you without moving you. Your silence is your strength and your most trusted guide. Never forget that your greatest asset in any room is your ability to say nothing. It is the ultimate tool for influence and personal power. We have seen how the brain reacts, how your biology commands respect, and how you can use psychological vacuums to lead any interaction effortlessly. The secrets are now yours. But like any powerful tool, they require discipline and practice to master. Start today in your very next conversation. Stop filling the gaps. Stop explaining your worth. Let your silence do the heavy lifting for you. You will be amazed at the results you see. Authority is a whisper that everyone strains to hear. It is the calm in the middle of the storm. It is the true mark of leadership. When you know how to control the silence, you control the world. People will gravitate towards your stillness, seeking the stability you so effortlessly provide. Thank you for listening to the Whisper of Power. You are now equipped with the psychological tools to navigate the loudest storms with absolute, quiet confidence. Join us again as we continue to explore the hidden depths of the human mind and the secrets of those who lead with quiet and profound authority. Until next time, embrace the silence. Let it be your shield and your sword. Go forth and command your world with the power of the unspoken.